Why didn't we get national reciprocity? He had a big Republican Congress, but he didn't do anything except what, a big highway bill that was pork, rich to nowhere in Alaska? Yes.
See, I mean, glad that you think about it. Do you think these are just temporary stops where we're gonna kind of go in limbo? Like you said, we have a travel ban. It seems like there's really no resolution in place. It's a ban right now. How are we gonna work it out to get the ban lifted? It's gonna be permanent. It seems to be like those details seem to be missing. So when you think about that, do you think that's gonna become, I guess, more put together, more complete?
I agree, I believe it will. Jeff Sessions is on the job now as the Attorney General taking care of this, and he's in a better position as an attorney. He served as a judge, I believe. I could be wrong about that. He was forced, he did not get that appointment. But he's a much better legal mind than Trump is.
Yeah, I'm thinking it
Jeff
seems,
Sessions.
it seems a lot of stuff we have right now, but they tend to be merely stopgaps, just like I said earlier, just to appease people. And it seems like there's a lot of things that aren't gonna be, even like you said with the repeal of, the Affordable Health Care Act, what they're putting in seems basically the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm one more person who wasn't appeased. I said, more countries should have been
So
made.
it seems like.
Okay, one more question and then we got.
Yeah.
Okay, so just don't interrupt me, okay?
Okay,
No,
all right,
it's not-
done. It's always about getting an assertion on the terms.
You just
Go ahead.
interrupted her.
Okay, so let me just finish.
Okay, take me to the high priest and stone me. Go ahead.
Okay, when I finish, then you can talk.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you feel about Donald Trump, like, just bringing America back, like, 50 years? Because there's a lot of, like, racism going on, and it's bringing up a lot of racism, and a lot of them call themselves Christian, right? But you see Christianity, when Jesus was here, he taught us to have love towards humanity. And you're not necessarily seeing that because there's all this, like, division between people. Even if they are legal, I get it. This is about legal people that are, but there's all this, like, division going on. And it's like, if these people, so-called people that are racist and also call themselves Christian, Jesus left a model for us, and he said to have love towards everybody. So where is that love that they claim to have? Because the majority of them are conservative and they're Christians. So that's what I'm saying. How do you feel about that?
I did it, everybody. Thank you. It was hard. I did it. Okay, part of the reason why I have interrupted, and I hope that was the theme that came through, is like when you said immigrants, it's always a distinction, please. That's a big issue for me when you're asking me a question. Okay, I reject the premise. This country isn't going backwards.
So it feels like it.
Okay.
Can you raise your hand?
Go ahead. 4, 5. Okay, 6. This country isn't going
No,
backwards.
me, you
It's
didn't
going
count
forward. 7. Okay, it's like splatter shots. Okay, let's get this over with really quick. How many of you think this country's going backwards, not forwards? Please, once and for all. Okay, we got some courage. Okay, so pretty much everybody. Okay, so it begs the question, I have to ask you, why do you think the country's going backwards? So let me see if I'm unpacking it. You're saying that there's more racism, correct? You're saying that because there's the greater divisions about legal versus illegal?
I just feel like people were more open-minded before he came along.
Okay.
Open-minded. Don't interrupt me again. When it came to like interracial couples, when it came to like interracial children, when it came to just like other races in general, people that are here, that are born here, it was very like open-minded. And ever since Trump came, I feel like there's a lot of division going on, and like everywhere you go, like people just make their own little cliques based on race, and it wasn't, you didn't necessarily see that. I mean, obviously it was always around, there's always people, but it just like expanded since he came into office, and it seems like Trump just gave people like a license, like you can
I haven't
openly
interrupted
be
you, but I want to be
racist.
able to respond.
Okay, and I feel like he just like gave people a license to just openly just be racist and be like just degrading somebody for the color of their skin or whatever it may be.
Okay, so you can go back 8 years and we saw nothing but division, we saw nothing but hatred, we saw nothing but this stuff. Black Lives Matter is suddenly appearing on the scene. We have a lot of people, no offense, I'm not putting you specifically in this, but we're seeing it in universities where people of different diverse backgrounds are being taught to see themselves as victims. I totally don't agree with that. I live in Torrance, California. You can go to South Bay, you will find parents, white parent, Asian parent having kids, you'll see white parent, black parent having kids. So don't go with what people are telling you in universities. Why don't you go to some of these neighborhoods? Now, if you want to talk about segregation, I can tell you, you can go to Huntington Park or Cudahy, 90%, 96% Hispanic. And I get called a wetback. I do. I can show you the video. Okay? That segregation, Donald Trump did not create. Donald Trump is married to an immigrant. Okay? I mean, and people want to mock him for that for whatever reason. We've had racial strife and division for 8 years under Barack Obama. If you are not happy with all this division, you look at him. Black Lives Matter under his watch. Thank you very much. He did not enforce our laws. That's why we have a bigger conflict of legal versus illegal in this country. Okay, and I want to always give the wonderful history of the Republican Party. We fought for civil rights, damn it. Democrats were putting blacks in the back of the bus, and Republicans were teaching them to
He's
own the
right
damn
about that.
bus.
He's right about
Thank
that.
you. Yes,
I have,
Trump didn't create this division, Obama did. Very much so.
I have
Yes.
two questions.
That is not-
My first question is, do you believe that women should stay at home and that the man should be working?
No.
So,
You're a
what do you
feminist.
what do you think about the glass ceiling?
What does that mean? We'll have to ask about that. Glass ceiling? Okay, so like women are paid less than men, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's a lie. Start groaning? Okay, now let me explain. Great, you're very respectful, I appreciate that. They're not factoring in many issues. There are women, they make, okay, please love this, ladies, because I'm normally not pro-feminist in this respect, I'm very pro-man. Women are smarter when it comes to jobs, they make a lot more choices. Do I want to care about my family life, like you mentioned? Women are willing to make that decision. Most men are forced onto the treadmill. They also die sooner. Men are also more likely to be homeless. Men are also more likely to lose the kids in a court battle. So just something else to keep in mind. So I don't know if I'm exactly feminist, but I do believe that being a woman doesn't mean that you should be paid less. In fact, it's a crime to do that. You do know that, right? It is a crime. So what's going on with the 77% versus 100? They're taking all the women and all the men, but they're not factoring for how long they work, what jobs they work, what salaries they have, what increments and promotions they seek. It's a lot more complex. Now, if you actually factor in those issues, guess what? Men and women are making about the same. But by the way, ladies, more of you are getting degrees than men are right now. You are less likely to be getting hooked on drugs when you're a kid because they see a male like me who's passionate and they think I'm crazy or sick, and they give me drugs. But ladies, nothing will happen to you. Something to think about.
I
Yes.
have another question.
Kim,
Go
you.
on.
No, she would. I think she
Going
would.
back to her initial question, she was asking, where is the love?
Yeah,
What
where's
was
the love
Jesus
for-
teaching you?
You didn't answer
Okay,
that.
did Jesus
I
ask
didn't-
people for
oh,
a green
wow.
card before?
I didn't
they-
interrupt you, right? Okay, did a little bit.
But
I
I
apologize.
mean, my main question was just,
Where's
where's
the
the love
love?
for humanity? That's
Okay.
important, that's what
That's
Jesus
what
taught us.
Christianity teaches.
Okay.
That's Christian, like.
Love your
that's-
neighbor as yourself.
Yeah.
Here's the most important lesson in the New Testament. You're getting a New Testament preaching here, I apologize, but that's it. We love because he first loved us. It starts with a recognition of how much he loves you. And I heard a lot about that actually at the inauguration, for starters. We heard a black preacher, we heard Franklin Graham, and then there was a rabbi. And he had not even given any kind of invocation at an inauguration since '84. The Democratic Party never invited him. George Bush never invited him either. That kind of bothers me. Think about that. That's where it starts. Now, about humanity, that's a choice you and I get to make. But our government, they have a responsibility to care for Americans. Now, if you want to love humanity, go for it. Nothing's stopping you. Nothing. Unless it's the state telling you you can't. That I have a problem with. Okay? If you're looking to the president to love everybody, no.
He's got a question.
Love Americans first. Or actually, just take care of them. That's a statutory responsibility. Yes, Robert?
Speaking as an observer here, I find it incredible that there was probably only one, there was hardly any questions at all about Obamacare, the Affordable Care Act.
Something you should think about,
Yeah,
actually.
Obamacare Light, Obamacare 2.0.
Let me start the question with that. 'Cause you're-
But we can't do it now. I gotta shut you down.
Do you
Sorry.
support single payer, yes or no? Yes or no? Raise your hand.